Hey guys, I just wanted to give you a small update on the status of the channel and of myself. And before you do anything at all, I'd like to tell you, if at all possible, please don't unsubscribe, because subscribing is how I determine that there's interest in the kind of work that I do and things like that. It's not about money, it's just simply to see if there's interest. And if there's no interest, I should probably direct my efforts elsewhere. But I just wanted to mention that not only will this channel, you may have noticed this channel is on a little bit of hiatus, and you may have noticed that I'm also on a little bit of hiatus, and this message is just very quickly to tell you that that will continue until roughly October. I have had some medical diagnoses that do not lend themselves to continued video production and other hobby work. And I'll tell you more about what they are in a second if you're curious, because I feel talking about one of them is a public service announcement that a lot of people should do. But just in general, I'll be, for the most part, offline dealing with medical issues until roughly October. In September, of course, is Vintage Computer Festival Midwest, which, I wish I didn't have to say this, is not associated with the Vintage Computer Federation, or VCF. The Vintage Computer Festival Midwest will occur in Schaumburg this year. We are still planning that, and I am saving all of my free energy and free time for working to do my part in that. We hope to have a lot of volunteers. The core organizing team is roughly 6 people. If you want to head on over to vcfmw.org and indicate that you would like to volunteer come the first weekend of September, we would love to have you there and help us put on the show. So you'll see me there, but up until that point, for the most part, myself and this channel is on a hiatus. I have several medical issues that I need to deal with, but the one I want to talk about is cardiac in nature. I, on a whim, totally, optionally, saw an advertisement for something, for a CT heart scan for $75, insurance not needed. And I thought, sure, why not? I mean, I have a tiny amount of high blood pressure, tiny. I have no history of high cholesterol or heart murmurs or anything like that, but I thought, hey, for $75, why not? I'm in my 50s and thought it might be a good idea. So I took it, and it turns out that I have, unbeknownst to me, an extremely high calcium score. That is the score you get from these types of scans, with the majority of the score consisting of a large amount of calcified plaque in my left anterior descending artery. The left anterior descending artery, or LAD, is nicknamed the Widowmaker because generally the first symptom that you have a problem with blood flow in that area is death. This was a shock to me because I have never once had a high cholesterol result. It's always been in normal parameters. However, clearly, there's been a problem for the last 25 years of my life. I asked my doctor about this, and he kind of confirmed, because I've had tests every year, and he confirmed essentially that no, my cholesterol wasn't too high, but it was too high for me. So that is one of the things that I must deal with. I don't know if a stent or other sort of surgery is in the future. I am determining that this week. I don't know if medication along those lines is warranted, but in any case, that is currently what I'm going through. And the reason I wanted to mention that specific issue is because you can test well, but still have an issue. So it's no secret that I'm overweight. I've been overweight half my life. You can see it just simply looking at me. And so I would like to tell anyone else who is in this hobby, in vintage computing, it is roughly a sedentary hobby, and if you are carrying extra pounds, I just wanted to say you should get checked out. Even if your test results, your blood results seem fine, you may want to look into a cardio stress test or a simple heart CT scan like I did for $75. You may want to get an ultrasound done of your cardioids, the arteries that supply blood to the brain, to see if there's anything in there as well. That's also usually a very low cost test. In my area, it's $40. These are very small prices to pay to ensure that you don't have something that is going to cause you to wink out of existence instantaneously. So that's essentially it. I do not anticipate making any more videos until after Vintage Computer Festival Midwest in, again, September 6th and 7th in 2024 in Schaumburg, Illinois. Go to vcfmw.org for more information. After that, and after I post any VCF videos, I feel like I'll probably, hopefully, be in better shape physically to do things. One of the things that is part of all of my issues, a combination of physical therapy and cardio and other stuff, is that essentially now every single day, probably for the rest of my life, I have to do 2 hours of PT and physical therapy and exercise. I imagine that's what most people probably do already, but having been a computer nerd for the last 40 years, it was never a priority, and now I'm going to try to make it a priority to have 40 more years of vintage computing fun to have. So that's all. Nothing's crazy. If you've made it this far, thanks for watching. I really hope that, again, that you won't unsubscribe because there will be inactivity because I really, the number of subscribers help inform me that there is an audience for the kind of stuff that I do. And if there isn't, then that's fine too. I just want to, I can put my efforts elsewhere. I mean, I'm already splitting my time between various archival efforts and preservation and outreach and things like that. But if YouTube is not a place that should be, well, I suppose that's fine too. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. Please take care of yourselves. I hope to see you at not only our Vintage Computer Festival, but others as well. And that's it. Take care. And now I get to figure out if my phone can upload this thing.